So what I was thinking was going to work is not going to work. Each one of these babies at full capacity is, I think it just said 12 to 25 feet high and 8 to 12 feet wide. One will work where I want it to go. So this is where I want to put one of the lilac primroses, is right in there. The raspberry bushes did not do well. It's a couple years in now and I just can't make them do a thing. So giving up on that. And there's a rose bush in here that will be fine as soon as I find it. Then yeah, that's the plan, is get this cleaned up and then put down cardboard and mulch and all the things to protect the little tree. And then this should be a nice little, in years to come, pretty little shady area. So I guess we're going to get this started now. You know what? Maybe I should go get the weed eater. That would probably make my life about 1 billion times easier. Okay. Weed eater it is. Ooh. Hey y'all, just popping in here to say, if you like these types of videos, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. This is just the journey of what happens in gardening and growing things and all the things we learn and the magical world we find inside of it. This is where I'm hoping to plant the tree. We shall see if I can get it into the ground. I should be clear of all wires. They are marked up there, and if I follow them back, they don't come back this far. The pole is over there. So, let's see if I can get a big enough hole to put this little baby tree in. If anybody has watched videos from before, I tend to fall over. Oh, it went down. Whoo, yay. And there's a root. Ah, there we go. That's super soft. There we go. Sometimes you just have to adjust a little bit. This is really good soil. It's like, I'm in southern Indiana. This should be like solid clay, and it's not. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, the poop smell's gone. Nice. I'm just breaking up soil around in the hole. So this is, oh look, I wrote the information on it. A lilac primrose. So potential height, 10 to 12 feet. So shorter than what I Googled. And spacing 6 to 12 feet. I think we got it. And if I trim it up appropriately, the rose should get some sunlight too. Okay. Oh, what bugs are going to crawl out of here? Oh, it did nice on the roots. That's fabulous. There's so many times I thought these guys were going to die, but it seems pretty happy. I don't know what that is. This bee is still out here. I'm planting you more food, I promise. And the weather killed everything else. That was not my fault. I left as many flowers as I could, but it is time for you to probably go hibernate, yo. I'm just going to grab a pitcher of water and water it in so I don't have to drag the hose. This guy, we're going to lose it. I know I'm going to lose that guy. But we're going to try. Place down our cardboard. So my husband works for a company that makes these little cardboard pieces. These are tester pieces that comes out of the machines that he programs. And once he took a picture and sent it to me, I was like, I want all of it. So this is the way that they test their stuff. And then I get to reuse it, or else it would just go into a landfill, which is not good. Most people just use Amazon boxes because, no, we get plenty of those. And I'm going to make this 2 or 3 layers deep on the cardboard. And I am already overlapping just so things don't blow away. Because I did not pull up every single weed. Because I don't want to. At all. There is enough air under there for the little baby tree to breathe. And have room. As long as the breeze stays down for a minute, we'll be good. And get back here while we're at it. Lord knows I probably brought enough mulch. And I may not do everything absolutely natural in my life, but I do like to keep as much of this as simple and free as possible. Cardboard was free. This was free, and I had to hunt them down. Like, I saw the trucks trimming the trees, and I freaking pulled over, got out of my car, and ran up to them and almost died. Because they can't really see what they're doing. So, yeah. It's probably not a good idea on my part. All right, we want the mulch 2 to 3 inches deep. See how dark this is? And then as it rains, it will get heavier and hold everything down. And now we get to repeat this process numerous times. Oh, I'm gonna need a shower. Like I said, I don't want to suffocate the tree. I think I have just enough in the trailer left to do that last little bit. And there will still be weeds. Like, I don't think there's anything that's going to take out the weeds. But this should help make it a bit easier to get them out. One more load and we should be good, because I just got to get that side. Oh, this smells pepperminty. That's weird. That was very not effective. Hands are totally more effective. Oh, the bugs that are going to get on me. All right, so that looks feasibly. Oh, I just made all the gnats angry, which are living in there. Whew! Oh, they mad. They big mad. That's disgusting. There's now I know it's all over my face. Let's hope they're not in my dentures, yo, because that's just horrifying. All right, it is Sunday, and we are still in the midst of reclaiming one of the gardens. One of the gardens we're in the midst of reclaiming. All right, so instead of looking at my face, because Lord knows I've shown that enough, let's look at everything. All right. So it looks quite a bit different than it did yesterday. I have a line that is no longer weeds. And it's so weird. It's freaking November and I still have roses coming up. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 beds to get to working on today. And yeah, that's the goal for today. Some days, hide with and bones. It's just smaller things. All right. So there are peppers and tomatoes and weeds and all types of crap in here. And it takes scissors to open it. I don't have scissors out here. And I have dentures, so I'm not using my teeth to do it. Well, crap. Hold on a second. And honestly, I don't spend a ton of money on tools because I lose them all the time. That's why they're all bright. So you have less of a chance of losing them, but we still lose them. However, a Hori Hori knife is fabulous. My husband bought me this. I had been wanting it forever, and I absolutely love it for planting. And pretty much everything else. Okay, so blood meal. It says 1.5 cups per 50 square feet and mix into the soil. I don't mix it into the soil. I never have. I did this on the big garden and I put it over the top and then I heavily mulch. And then I let the rain do the rest. This is soil from my yard. We had the front yard completely excavated and saved all the soil. So there's a big hump of mud, grassy weediness back by the big garden. And that is all the soil from the front yard. So I used that soil, filled the bed, put on top of that a layer of mulch from local trees after hunting down the tree people. These are not arborist scraps, whatever, mulch. This is just local trees from the people who go around and trim them from the roads. But they do have leaf matter. They have all the different things in them. They do have weed seeds. So free comes with an issue. But I'm just going to grab a handful and lightly sprinkle. This will burn some crap, so be very careful. I would probably not do this if there were like actual plants in here. But I want a lot of this to compost down, so I kind of want to put that compost starter on here and see if it works. It's an all-natural composting aid for organic gardening. So I try to be as organic as possible. Absolutely. However, there are times where things get out of your control, and I think it's perfectly fine every once in a while to get a little help if you need it, which some of us do. It's hard to do all of this with a full-time job and a family and all the things. Honestly, you probably don't want to do this on a windy day. One thing I have noticed about doing this by hand is if I breathe this in, not the compost stuff, but like organic fertilizer or anything like that, the next day my nose bleeds. I don't know if it's just cutting little scratches in my nose or what, but it is not cool. All right. Whew, and it stinks. I'm just going to go toss this on the other beds. I have one bed I got to clear out still because I need top dressing on that, and I was hoping it'd be less windy today because there's peat moss and it's just blowing all over the place. So are there any tips or tricks that y'all have done that like help you in the garden, help you save time, effort, anything? Because we all know this is a lot. And people always say go home or go big or go home. And I do the big at home. But it's so pretty when it's all in bloom and so worth it. Just because it's all the greenery and the smell and the pretty. Just even okra flowers, yo. Okra flowers are gorgeous. Even if the deer eat my okra. which they only do when nothing else survives, which this year nothing else survived. Ugh. So, real quick, these two tools. I think I smashed a tomato. Oops. I've been this guy already, but he still works. I will link this down in the description because honestly, I can't remember what it's called right now. I love this thing. It has saved me so much time and so much backache and my fingers. And then this guy cuts through pretty much anything. Like it's not going to go through like a 3-foot taproot or something, but I love it. And it's fabulous. And I should probably stop swinging around the really sharp thing in front of my face because I'm also accident prone. All right. I have my trailer full of crap. I have my bed that needs to crap. So let's put the things on it. Hory knife for the win. And I want to use a serrated side. Boop. See, the wind's already blown it all over the place, so I'm probably have to grab my hose. I might as well just go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and do it. All right. So many people will probably say, don't do this because it is pine. But what I have found is one, it smells fabulous. And it is a cheap way to get mulch. It's a 749 or $7.99 a bag. And it's compressed. So in this little bag, which is fairly heavy, is 8 cubic feet of mulch. And it is chicken bedding. So I use the same thing for my chickens, and I could not find mulch for my garden for years. It took me forever to track down the tree people and then hunting them down. I hunted them down and stalked them to get that mulch up there. So in the meantime, I was like, I need something cheap. I need easy, like I can get it to where I need to get it to because I didn't have the lawnmower or the trailer or anything. Like I needed to be able to put it into a wagon and huff it somewhere. So that's when I was like, I'm going to try this. So I did research on pine and all of the things about it adding acid to the soil, yada, 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 has been disproven. What is good is one, it does help with the bug issue because they don't tend to really like the smell, but it doesn't make the good bugs go away, which is a bonus. And I can cut this open and dust it out. I also use the shavings from my chicken coop. So over winter, I just keep adding shavings to their bedding. And then in the summer, I take that out and I put it onto a bed that I know I'm not going to use because the chicken poop will burn everything. And then I wait until the next year to use that bed. In the fall, I go in and I clean it out again after adding and adding and adding, scoop it out clean and put it into a bed that I know is not going to have anything in it. And I rotate the beds I do this in. Yes, it takes time. But in the meantime, I can do this. It degrades fairly quickly and works its way into the soil. I am hoping that this layer gets really well composted underneath this layer. So the cardboard underneath on these beds is new this year. So I'm trying it. So it's going to have all winter to degrade and kill off the things underneath. Hopefully, because I have a lot of Johnson grass and that shit sucks. All right, so let's try to do this without hurting my back because that's the one thing about this is that I have found that I have to stretch in a way that actually hurts my lower back. And I can be down for almost a month when I do that. So we're going to try to do this without hurting myself today. And we'll see how that goes. But I normally, when I do this, I'm doing all the gardens at the same time, which is probably a little much. And water. Just enough to hold it down. Because it's going to rain. And that will do a great job for me. My water pressure is crap right now. What if there's a kink in the hose? Yep, there's a kink somewhere. You can even see it slightly drop as it's getting wet. And the older mulch underneath is going to produce even more mycelium, which we love. But I'm hoping that by the time I'm ready to plant, the cardboard will be broken down enough that I can get my hoary knife through it and put my plugs in. This is probably about 2 inches thick. And I think that's a good one for a bed. Like, I have to be able to get through it and plant the things. So that makes me happy. All right, I'm going to finish up the rest of the beds in here. Bring it back to see what they look like when they are fully done. Well, the beds are done. And I have reclaimed at least part of my garden. It is freaking blinding and I can barely open my eyeballs. Ah! Okay. Also, I forgot, I put garlic in this bed and that bed, and this is also a test. This is the emergency gardening test channel, I guess, at this point. So there is cardboard underneath here, and then I drilled holes in it with my auger bit, and then I shoved garlic into the holes. So the garlic's in the dirt, but coming up through the cardboard, so the green parts have a space to do the thing. And I have more garlic that's going to go back in the big garden once we tackle one of those beds. So I'll have garlic no matter what. But I'm hoping this works, because if this works and I can keep the weeds out of my freaking garlic and make my garlic easy to pull, I will be happy. I also want to try potatoes again, but I hate digging fracking potatoes. It's hard. You got to do it in like this. Ooh, hi, Mr. B. It's November. The only food I got for you is right there. Anyway, my dog is going off. The bee is going off. But I want to try potatoes again. I just have to figure out an easier way to do it, because huffing those out of the ground, I kill half of them. Like, I have failed on potatoes so much, and it should... I don't understand why. So I got to figure that out more. My nose is starting to run. But I do like being out here at this time of year. It is nice. I am a little blinded, which the big tree over there normally shades my eyeballs. But we are not done with this garden reclamation project. There is so much more to do, and that is fun. It will get there. But this is a huge step. The weed wall is gone. All the beds are put to bed that need to be... Well, I lied about that. You can't see the other side of the camera. I forgot about those beds. Those are like my what the fuck beds, where just random things go that I don't have a place for in my head. But like, when I go to market, I don't let things die if they don't sell. They go in the ground. So those are my like random beds that just random crap literally gets thrown into, and I see how it does. Right now, I think there's bachelor buttons, different types of edible sage, cosmos, daylilies, roses, and some other things that I've tried. Centura which didn't do well over there. The bachelor buttons did really well over there. There's blueberries. There right now there's eucalyptus and snapdragons. And yeah. One of my snapdragons is actually blooming. I may take you all over there. But yes, this is one of many places we have to reclaim. So onward and upward. And secretly, if I can get it to work, I want a rose wall back there. I have the roses. I have the roses. I just have to figure out how to do it. Yeah. With very little money. Figure out how to do it with as little money as humanly possible. But that is a project for another day. And I got to call 811 first to make sure I don't hit anything. I don't want to take out the power for my entire county. So, yeah. Okay. Yep, it is time to go in, blow my nose, and eat something because I'm starving. I still have not eaten. And I don't even know what time it is. I think I've been out here a couple of hours because I did some random cleanup because you take care of your garden tools and your cages and all of that, and they will take care of you. So I'm going to huff all that up. I'm going to drive it up to the garage. I'm not huffing that crap up to the garage. I'm going to drive that up to the garage, get it put away, and then probably have something super simple for lunch. I did remember, did y'all remember take your vitamins? I totally did remember this time to take vitamins. So, on the road to recovery, I'm starting with remembering to take my vitamins and getting outside for at least a few minutes every day, weather permitting. I'm hoping to spend a lot more time out here, and I hope you guys come and join me. I love it outside. I do. I don't like bugs and I don't like heat. This time of year, I absolutely love being outside. And if I can figure out my fire pit, that would be even better. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful week and hope to see you soon and continue to grow the garden with you guys and just be. I'm very content today, and that makes me happy. I'm breathing today, and it's nice. It was nice to get my hands dirty and just breathe. It was very meditative. All right. Done with the gabbing. All right, I got to go wash the tomatoes off my pants because I sat in some. And yeah. All right, thank you guys. If you like this type of content and reclaiming things we may have lost touch with over time, go ahead and subscribe, please. That would be fabulous. And I hope you have a wonderfully blessed and magical day, week, month, wherever you're at right now. You got this. I'll talk with y'all later.